going to go ahead and just start with a little prayer as usual, and we'll get this party started. Heavenly Father, just bless us in these next 30 minutes as we share from our hearts on how much we love our customers and how to show them the love. We love our businesses. We love you. Thank you for Mary Kay and all the friendships and blessings it brings our way. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Okay. Well, Teresa, kick us off.
Okay. First of all, just a little crow time and to keep it brief, but congratulations once again to Denise for her consistency in turning in her weekly accomplishment sheets, and for the God blessing that we both had this morning. Denise even a little bit more so than me, but I woke up and saw we had a new unit member, and her name was Alina, and I'm like, well, Denise hadn't said anything about this Alina, and I texted her. I said, congrats on your new team member, and she's like, well, I'm just as befuddled as you. I don't know her. So you all know that people can, and I've had her to camp out a couple times, just go right into your website. They can search for location, locate a consultant in her area, go to her website and sign up from there. And so Alina did that. But the blessing is that she is out of Ukraine and got away from the war and brought her family here just 2 months ago. And she's a Christian. And what's really, really exciting, I'll admit that, is that I'm like, okay, how are we going to communicate with somebody from the Ukraine? She was a consultant over there for 3 years, loves the products, wants to just continue to take care of her own skin. She's got apparently a lot of allergy problems. And if you look on her Facebook page, which is really cool, it's all in Russian, but you can click translate and it translates everything. And so even what she's been communicating with Denise, and then Denise has been passing the information on to me, is she's translating all. She does not speak English, but she knows obviously technology. She responds. Here's the thing. You text her, she responds within minutes, doesn't she, Denise? And, you know, when I invited her, when I asked her to be a friend on Facebook, minutes. When I invited her to join our unit group page, minutes. So anyway, welcome, Alina. I don't know if she'll be on here tonight. She wouldn't probably understand a daggone thing we're saying, but anyway, it's just a blessing in a lot of ways to have somebody like her in our unit. Maybe we can learn from each other. So anyway, congratulations, Denise, on your newest team member.
Congrats. I want to congrats our queen of sales this week, Tracy Baker. That's 2 weeks in a row, I think. Am I correct?
Yeah, girl.
Awesome. So thank you to Tracy, Nora, Mickey, and Kathy for always getting your summaries in as well. So very good. Congrats. So tonight we're going to do what we didn't get to do last week because we said you were all loving on your honeys and not being on here, right? And that's totally fine. That's what Valentine's Day is about. But after being on here for quite a while, we said, well, I don't think anybody's coming. So we went and loved on our honeys. So that's what Valentine's Day was. But we thought it would be fun to talk about how you show your customers the love. And we want some group participation tonight. Well, I know we've got some top sellers, top customer service providers right here on this call. And we want to hear, you know, just raise your hand. It doesn't mean you got to tell us everything all at once. Give us a tip. The next person give us a tip and we'll come back around to you if you got more. But we want to know, how do you keep customers for life and show them the Mary Kay love? So who has one they would like to start off with? Make sure you unmute yourself before doing that. Nora, I see you reaching for the button, right?
I stick pretty close to the 2 + 2 + 2. So 2 days after I've met them, I reach out. 2 weeks after I reach out, and then every 2 months after that, or every lookbook, and just let them know I'm thinking of them. Not necessarily what do you want to buy, but just how are you, how things working, and how's the family, and that sort of stuff.
And Nora, do you
wellness check?
Do you do that with a text, that those follow-ups, are each one of them a text, or?
It depends on the person. I do have one of those quick shortcuts on your phone on the, the text replacement that you can have. So I do have where I can just say, hi, whoever, it's Nora Palmieri with Mary Kay, doing a quick checkup from the neck up. How's your Mary Kay supply? Or how's things working for you? And that usually just gets the ball rolling.
Okay, cool.
And sometimes it's a phone call after that we just want to catch up and chat, whatever.
Right, right. But every 2 days, y'all heard that, right? Every 2 days. So she meets them. She starts them on some kind of products. 2 days later, she follows up on them. 2 weeks later, she follows up on them, hopefully having a party. And 2 months, every 2 months thereafter. And that is the Mary Kay way. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. It's what we learned. I learned that 35 years ago and have never been very good at it, I'll have to admit. So I'm proud of you, Nora.
Thank you.
Nora, how do you track like who you're calling each day and when it's time to do that? Do you do that in Boulevard or some tickler?
Yeah, I use the calendar in Boulevard. So, and of course I haven't done it in the last few weeks with all the chaos here, but I try every day or every other day to come down, pull up the calendar, see who's on board for today. And then can't say I do it every single day, but I really try to stay on top of that, at least a 2-month one, to just keep following up.
Awesome.
But thank God for Boulevard, otherwise people would slip through the cracks for sure.
And the thing I love about that is I was kind of jokingly, but kind of true. It's a wellness check,
Yes.
it's like, hey, just checking in on you, thinking of you. And, people like that. It's not so much, hey, what do you need necessarily, but
Yeah.
just wanted to say hello, appreciate you, tell you I love that you love Mary Kay. It's still February. You can still do that in the love month.
Yeah.
So very good.
And I do it for every product because I actually reached out to one of the servers at one of my little old lady homes. She had bought a Soothing Indulge eye gel. So it wasn't like a full miracle set or anything like that. It was just following up on the eye gel, hoping to get a booking, and sent her the, how you doing? Quick checkup. How is it? And she responded, oh, I just moved to Texas. So I'm like, I would never have known otherwise. I'd be wondering why she hadn't reached out. And so even for the little stuff, I still follow up with everybody, not just the miracle sets.
It's not just a new facial, but anytime somebody buys a new product that
A
they
new
didn't have
product.
before.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, you make us all look so good. Awesome. Who else has something to share? Unmute yourself and tell us how you love on your customers. We'll call on you. Okay, Dee
All
Dee.
right, Denise.
This is a challenge for me to keep my brain working. You know how we have gotten so many products,
and 10 years ago, if you asked me what the price of something was, I could right off the bat, but I can't do that anymore. So this is a big challenge for my brain, but I make a concerted effort to know exactly what everybody's using. And I hit it probably 3 out of 5 times. But when you talk to them, it's impressive to them that you remember. Now, yeah, I can go back and look it up before I talk to them, but they don't know that. But I actually do try to remember it. And they are impressed that you remember what they use and that you're checking on them and that particular product. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely a personal touch that you were paying attention. They're not just a sale, they're real.
Yeah.
I think that's really nice. Very, very good.
And you hit it on this, Denise, but that is one thing that I do. If I'm calling somebody back, maybe they left me a message, give me a call. They didn't say what it was, whatever. Or even I try not to even always answer the phone if a client's calling me, just so that I can call her back and be prepared. But then I do like to give that information, just bring it up in front of me when I'm calling her back. I can look at past purchases for the last whatever, because they're always in the computer and they're always in my system. And even though I may not bring something up, if she has a question, I could say, okay, yeah, you used the waterproof mascara the last time, whatever it is. So that information is at your fingertips. And I think that's brilliant. So.
And another thing that you can do is, and this is how I either upsell or sell them something new that they haven't tried. You know, I see you haven't tried our waterproof mascara.
What do you think about that? Whatever, they may be having an event they're going to or something that I can key in on. But I upsell and sell new things quite often that way.
Very good. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Denise.
Who else has something they want to share? Tracy, you're selling a boatload of product these days. You have anything to tell us? You're muted. Anybody? I will share one thing while y'all are gathering your thoughts, because I'd love to hear something from everybody. Just one thing that makes your Mary Kay customers glad that you are their consultant, right? What I try to do, and granted, you could say, well, it's, kind of the cheating way out of doing this, but hey, we got to do what works so we can be in touch with people. Scipio, I love. And Scipio connects to all my PCP customers, and it will put in their first name, and you can kind of personalize it in that way. But the first week of a month, maybe the first couple days of a month, you've got a perfect thing to send them, right? Which is that month's deals. So if you haven't called people in a while, how hard would it be to do a text blast out at the first of every month? Then they would have heard from you 12 times that year. And how many of you haven't heard from you one time in 12 years? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, sometimes we can get, and truthfully, you guys, if you're not reaching out in some way, shape, or form, you can't get your nose out of joint if they say, well, I'm buying from somebody else now because they called me, or they reached out. So we do have the lookbook. I like that Nora touches base with them each quarter when that comes out, but don't get complacent with that and think that automatically makes them your consultant. The relationship and consulting with them is what will tie them to you for life. So sending that out at the beginning of the month, hi Nora, it's the month of love, and we love our Mary Kay products. Just checking in with you to say hello. Hope you have a great month. Attached are the specials for February. I'd love to see you try something you've never used before. Whatever little thing you want to say. And anytime I do a text blast, I always put the link to my website right there in that, so they can just click on it and go order. So you got to make it really simple, and oh, that's nice. And then they have the picture with it. So that's just one idea.
And Susan, I want to throw in on that Scipio thing, because people go, as soon as you started talking, they're going text blast and oh my gosh, and your brains are blowing up. Scipio makes it so daggone easy, you guys. I mean, there's just with technology these days, you create one awesome, script, like Susan was just saying, hey, it's a month of love, just one check on you, blah, 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 that is going to get blast out to all your clients with a web link, with a picture of the current monthly deals, which is this right here. And you are reaching out to your clients. They're seeing you in a text. And that's the way to communicate right now is texting. We all know that. I mean, you can back it up with emails and phone calls and all that kind of stuff, but people are going to read your text, whether or not they respond. I promise you, they read it. And so I think that people, if you're not on the Scipio bandwagon, get on it, just get started. And the point that I was going to make too is that you don't have to set all that up. The company's already done that. Whatever systems groups are in touch, your PCP clients, whatever, then that pulls into Scipio. So those lists are already made for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So yeah, I'm on the Scipio bandwagon for sure. Awesome.
Okay. Teresa, what do you do?
I think the first thing that comes to my mind is I deliver their product within 24 to 48 hours, mostly 24 hours. Obviously if they're not local to me, but even if they're not local to me and I have to do a CDS order, I don't wait until the next morning to do it. I do it within 15 minutes of getting an order. When I'm at a stopping point in the middle of something else that I might be doing, that is like, it will haunt me until I get that order entered and off to them, even though I know it's not going to ship until Monday morning and this is Saturday. But I want to get it done, get it in. So they are my priority to get their product to them. And they know that. And every client that I've ever had just about has said, your service is amazing. You know, I mean, just, I can't believe, you know, and so I stock inventory. I know their products, like Denise said, I know what reorder clients, what they reorder. I know what to keep majorly in stock, like light to medium CC cream, you know, those things that you know not to run out of. And I've always run my business that way. And so if they're local, many times they get it the same day, if not the next day. Now, I'll take credit that I don't make all those deliveries. My husband makes probably 80% of them, maybe 90%. And so if you've got somebody in your life that could help you do that, you don't have to make all those deliveries, but you do have to make those customers happy and getting their products to them in a, you know, just like, you know, Amazon, you know, we kind of, aren't you starting to get a little irritated that you don't get it next day anymore, you know? And so they love that kind of service. So that's the first thing, is get their products in their hands as soon as you can.
Very good. I was going to show you something. Hold on. I think, you know, while you're talking about this, this is just another little special touch, is I get these. I mean, I know we have Mary Kay plastic bags, but I think when you deliver it like it's a present, it makes an impression. And I bought these probably, you know, 100 of them. And then I just bought a multi-pack of every color of tissue paper, and every color is on this thank you bag. So if it is of a certain amount of size of products, it always goes in one of these. I put 2 pieces of tissue down inside of it. It's foofy. I take some smelly good something and I spritz the tissue paper and I write them a personal note on their invoice. I'll throw on some samples. So, and I'm just like Teresa, it will haunt me till it's in their possession. I can count probably on, you know, just a couple fingers the times in 35 years, which, hey, I have my 35th anniversary this month. Oh yeah. That I've ever forgotten somebody's order or not. I mean, like, and if that ever happens, that, you know, people, well, you know, I knew it wasn't like you know, I figured you had something on, and then I'll always make something good, throw them something free or whatever. But it's kind of, you know, it's a big deal. My husband would say, well, you know, when'd you get that order? I go, well, about an hour ago. He goes, well, you're probably okay after lunch. You know, but I'll have it sitting on the step with the tissue, and then I'll have a bag, and I'll map out my whole plan to run all my errands around that. And I know that has served me well over 35 years. Just to golden rule. There you go. Little Mary Kay bags like Nora's got. Mm-hmm.
And they have 2 sizes. Those are on MK Connections, and they're lovely paper bags. The other thing that I'll just add to that, Susan, is I put a lookbook in every bag. And I don't care if the PCP mailing just went out, and I know every single one of those customers that are ordering already have a book. I still put another book in their bag, because you know what? They might take it to work with them to look at it. And the neighbor, the person next door to them might say, oh my gosh, Mary Kay, when can I see that book? You know, or they might, because they have an extra book, give it to their girlfriend that said they might be looking for some Mary Kay. So if, you know, spending a little bit of extra money and making sure that your customers have this. I mean, I've had some say their husbands get the mail, and if they see junk mail, you know, they'll throw it away. So I make sure that there's always a book in every bag.
You know, and what good do they do sitting in your office after they're expired? And I say that, I'm looking over here, I'm like, golly, I bet I end up with 10 left per thing. What? Get rid of them.
Yeah,
pass them along. And just, oh, hold on just a second, Denise, along that same line, I know we've got things from MK Connections like Nora's using. I just happened to get these on Amazon when I was getting other things. So I have the big bag that says thank you on it, which is cute. But I also have these little ones. So like if it's a mascara or something, and this gets 1 piece of tissue, but it also gets, you know, a sticker. It's these I think came from MK Connections as well. They'll say thank you or shine on, or I also have them.
Happy mail.
have my information on them. So my bag becomes a Mary Kay bag. Just a little sticker that's got my, and I'll find that here in a second when Dee Dee's talking, but you've seen them, the little circles, purple, pink, and all of those. And I'll put that on there in the tissue and spritz it with Smelly Good. And it does, and especially if you go in to deliver it to them at work, they're like, ooh, what's that? That's my lip gloss, whatever. So it's cool. Very good. Dee Dee.
I just wanted to piggyback off the lookbook. Something that I've been doing as of late and has been working really good is sending the lookbook, the digital lookbook, to clients. For example, I got 2 new clients from a consultant one of my consultants who decided to not do the business anymore. And they were not on my mailing list yet, and the book had just come out. And of course, she hadn't done hers. So I sent it to them, and I got some really good orders from them, just from the digital lookbook. So, and people are loving it.
How do you do the digital lookbook? Is it on the app or the?
Do you have the lookbook app downloaded?
I have
That may not be what it's
catalog.
called.
The catalog. Is that it?
Catalog. You see down at the bottom, there'll be an odd shape. It's like 2 bars with knobs on the end of it.
Oh, the little share.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't see it on here. I'll have to play with this. My phone's acting up. I think it's time for a 14. But yeah, then you can just share it that way. Well, very good. See,
And you can share any of our catalogs that way.
love it. Love it. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Who else? Anybody else? We just got a few minutes left. Tracy, I'm calling you out. I know you do good. Tracy, you just trades product with me, and there's white chocolate peppermint candy in there and a handwritten thank you note and cute little bag. Makes me look bad, Tracy, because I just stick yours in a Mary Kay plastic bag. But that's a nice touch.
I do that with all my orders. It doesn't matter if they just order, if they had an order last week or 2 months ago. I always do a handwritten note, and I always give some kind of chocolate or a mint or something, just as a little extra something in there. And the other thing I do is I take a lot of notes. I use the My Customers app, and it helps me keep track of different things that are important to them. And I will make sure that I'm constantly going through that, just so I'm aware and I'm in tune to what's going on in their life.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Good idea.
Very good. Just that
No,
little
you
extra
guys,
touch.
it's the and then some. Mary Kay's always said it's just the little extra mile, the little extra touches that we do. It's not about selling products. It's about making a difference in their lives. It's about making people feel good. It's about making people smile. And we can use our business and we can use our products to do that. So it's that extra mile. That is what it's all about. Because if somebody else, and Susan said this earlier, if somebody else comes into her life and she doesn't get a lookbook from you, that's a big one right there, is to PCP every single quarter, making sure that every 3 months they're getting a new book from you in the mail that looks like it's from you with all of your information on it. And and if the girl comes in next door and goes, oh my gosh, there's a lookbook, my consultant, I haven't gotten the new spring lookbook yet. She's like, well, I get, so it's those little extra things that make people love you even more. And if somebody comes up and says, well, I saw Mary Kay, they're like, and I've had people say, I told her, Teresa's my consultant, I would not stray from her. So that's the kind of connection that you want, is they love you and Mary Kay products.
Very cool. Dee Dee, did you have something else you were going to say? I saw Earl loving on you.
He's wanting me to come to bed. It's past his bedtime. Yes, I wanted to ask Tracy, are you still with us, Tracy? Yes, there you are. What if you CDS somebody something? Do you write an extra note and put it in the mail?
Actually, if I CDS it, there's an option on CDS where it says order as a gift. You'll see that at the bottom, and I
Yeah.
always click on there and I always write a personal note to them.
Same.
Order as a gift.
It'll be like
Just
gift
when you
message,
click it.
right?
Right,
Yep.
there's a gift
You
message.
just gotta hit the button next to it to open it up, and then it gives you a place that you can write whatever you want in there.
Sweet. Thank
That's
you.
nice. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I wish they had a little thing that's clearer that write a personal note to your, because I bet a lot of people don't realize that if it's gift option to do that. So very good. Well, girls, I love you. And I'm glad you're on here with us tonight. A good turnout. Holy cow. Write all this down before we post it on our
Wait,
unit.
wait. Just kidding.
You know, Teresa, you can go back at the recording and
I
see.
know. I knew you were gonna
I'm
say
just
that.
taking a picture of y'all. There we go. Thanks for being on with us. I appreciate it. It's already the 21st. Oh gosh. This time, well, yeah, it'll be the last day of the month, next Tuesday. So we'll be getting your status text out to you. Yeah.
The short month, you guys.
Yeah. Short month. You know, I did a 2020 in the month of February. I remember February always makes me think of the 2020. Remember that? 20 parties in 1 month?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Hey, can I say one more thing?
Sure.
I have a new team member.
You do? I didn't get that message. Haven't been here all day. Tell us about your team member.
We did it Sunday night.
Well,
I
didn't
have
get it.
my first, yeah. I have my first of many male consultants.
And his name is
It's Dennis Dorsey.
Dennis Dorsey. Dorsey.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I will find him and welcome him. That is awesome. And how did you recruit a dude?
Well, this dude, actually, he attended his cousin's virtual party. And then just through talking and things, we found out that, I mean, he basically grew up with my husband. They all knew each other from school, and we just got to talking, and he has loved Mary Kay products for years. He talked about satin hands and just all the good things. And then he actually held his own virtual party and just decided well, first of all, after his cousin's party, he purchased like skincare, a lot of good things. And then he had his party and he said, you know, I love all these products and I just think I really want to do this. And that's kind of how we've just been building a relationship and getting to know each other. And I'm like, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
That is so awesome. You know what? If I had a facial with a dude and he told me I looked beautiful, I'd buy everything that I had on.
Yep.
More likely so than if a woman told me that. Isn't that funny?
You're right.
It's just the psychology of sales, the psychology of the sexes. Well, good. I'll make sure I reach out to Dennis Dorsey.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Congratulations. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Thank you.